Hi everybody, welcome to this week's weekly roundup. I have a shorter list, but somehow I'm sure it'll still be long, but I'm going to try to be quick. So first things first, you probably saw that the Yardway site is open. So the Yardway site will be open tomorrow from 9 to 1. So I think last year, perhaps the year before, we also started offering 4 times a year Saturday hours at the street department to drop off your extra items, whether it's extra garbage or maybe construction debris or an old fan that doesn't work. So those Saturday hours start tomorrow. We're doing one in April, one in June, one in August, and one in October. So tomorrow, Saturday, April 9th from 8 to noon, you can drop off those types of extra items at the street department yard on First Street. Some of those items may have fees, and we can take payments by cash, check, or card. So if you have those items sitting around, tomorrow is going to be your opportunity to drop those off. I wanted to provide an update on the bridge. So we will be providing a bridge update at Finance Committee on Monday. So if you're interested in more detail, I would consider maybe attending that event. You can either attend it in person or virtually. But we did receive some information back from the DOT. We were able to be successful in getting some of the funding release that we needed in order to do the work on the Katy Street Bridge. And I will feel a lot more confident next week sharing more information, but I feel as though we are making progress in the right direction on getting the Main Street Bridge moved up as well. So hopefully I'll be able to share more next week. But we've been doing a lot of advocating for many, many, many months, perhaps even a couple of years to get this bridge project moved up. And I'm relieved to think that we're finally starting to see some traction in that direction. And I'm thankful to DOT for hearing us out and being willing to entertain the prospect of moving that bridge up. So more on that next week. We've been getting questions about how the city is using our American Rescue Plan Act funding or ARPA funding. We have talked about this topic a handful of times or so at our public meetings. As a reminder, we always post our public meeting notice on Fridays on the city website. You can get it right from one of those main circles on the homepage. But knowing that there's interest in how the city is spending our ARPA money, and we actually have another ARPA meeting coming up, I wanted to draw attention to it here. So Monday, April 25th, we will be discussing our ARPA budget again. So we'll do more advertising around this, but if you are interested in ARPA and how the city is using this kind of once in a generation allocation, then I would encourage you to pencil in April 25th at 5:30. We'll do it virtual and in person. It's just our regular finance meeting. But our updated ARPA budget will be submitted for discussion and approval. So that is going to be meaning that if it's of interest, you'll want to attend. I wanted to mention next week is going to be our first time where that kind of new holiday schedule for garbage and recycling will be put into place. So this only affects you if you received a sticker on your garbage cart. And if you received a sticker on your garbage cart, take a look at the calendar to see if this affects you. If your pickup is typically on Friday, next Friday will be closed for Good Friday. So that is going to be the adjustment that's being made for next week. Exciting news. It's finally happening. I feel like I've waited a long time to say this, but construction on the town square will begin next week. And I feel like we should just be like clapping our hands. This has been so many months in the making, so many years in the making, honestly. And it brings me so much joy to be able to share with this community that construction will begin. The trailers are starting to move in. Some fencing will start to be moved around next week. An excavator will be on site. We'll be starting some work close to the river. So many thanks to the RDA, the executive director, everyone who has put in a ton of work to bring this town square to life. It's finally happening, everyone. So construction on that will start next week. And then we're expecting that to take about 6 months. So because construction is starting, Water Street will be closed right by the library to about Emmett Street. So just that short stretch from Main Street to Emmett will be closed. We do have a posted detour route, and we also share that on our social media. So if you drive that way regularly, I'm sure you can probably find your way around just one block. But just in case you can't, the map is on our city Facebook page as well. So just a short period of time for that detour in order to bring the town square to life. We've been receiving some questions about patching. So whether it's large patches, potholes, water main breaks that are now gravelled and waiting to be patched. We can do some small patching throughout the year. We use this material called cold patch, and we can fill small holes. But when we have larger things like a water main break, or we have larger patch areas, Then we create what we call a patch list, and we bring the paver into town to address that patch list. We'd all love for the paver to be here already, but it's not quite weather-wise ready for that type of activity to be done. So it's not that we're neglecting those water main break patches, it's just the asphalt plants need to actually open. And then once those are open, the weather needs to cooperate so that that patchwork can be done. So that will come in due time, normally around May-ish or so, those plants open, and then that work can begin. This week was National Library Week and National Public Health Week. I think it goes without saying these two departments in particular have provided a lot of different service in the last couple of years. The library is obviously such a fantastic place to be. If you haven't been to the library yet, you're missing out. We go quite often. There's such an incredible children's area. There's a great teen area. And honestly, there's a great adult area. So there's something for everyone at that library. And it wouldn't be possible without the work of our library team. So shout out to the Watertown Public Library team. We couldn't do it without you, and you guys are providing such an important service to this community. And the same goes for our health department. Obviously, they've endured 2+ years that they never imagined enduring. And they have just been incredible resources for this community, pre-COVID or post-COVID. The home visiting they do, the car seats, the clinics, all the just different sanitation services and the well testing and radon testing, making sure where we eat is safe to eat. They provide so many services to this community that go unnoticed, and we wouldn't be able to have as healthy of a community as we do without them. So thank you to the Watertown Department of Public Health. On the recreation front, we are offering an egg decorating class, which I think is a great idea. Come to the senior center and get the senior center dirty instead of your kitchens. It's $10 per family, and you can decorate and dye eggs. We're also celebrating Arbor Day with our city forestry department, and we will be conducting a virtual tree planting workshop. And then you can also be eligible for a free tree giveaway. We're bringing back some new classes. So obviously, like dance and ballet aren't new, but those are back. Interval fusion is here. And then we're doing the tree climbing class, which I know is always a really popular one. And then just one reminder, the indoor pool is closed. We go to the indoor pool quite a bit on Sundays. It's like $3 or $4, and you can swim when it's really nasty out for a couple of hours, and it's a great way to be healthy and for the kids to burn energy. But the indoor pool is closed for maintenance until April 24th, so a couple of weeks there where the pool will not be available to you. We are closed, as I said, next Friday to honor Good Friday. And that's all that I have. So I know that the AMVETs are having their Easter egg hunt at Riverside Park tomorrow at Saturday at 1 o'clock. And I know that's a great event for the community. So I would encourage you to take the children in your life, head down to Riverside Park tomorrow and enjoy that Easter egg hunt. Thank you to the AMVETs for providing that to the community. Otherwise, are the same resources I share with you every week. Riverside Park, Brent Quirk Park, the Interurban Trail, all of our incredible small businesses. So lots of opportunity for you to support and enjoy Watertown this weekend. So have a good weekend, everybody. I'll see you back next week.